It's Eric Nagel.
Segment 2 of the show. Eric and Jordan here with you talking about television, movies, streaming updates, all the news that's fit to print. And of course, we start off this segment talking about things that we are watching, we are playing, we are reviewing. Jordan, what have you been up to? Especially with the holiday break. I'm sure you caught up on some things.
I've with It, Welcome to Derry. Episode 5 is out. Sunday will be episode 6. It's really fun. It's a fun, good show. A lot of Easter eggs to Stephen King stuff that I really enjoy. They did a kind of a big reveal of a little bit more of the history of Pennywise, the human form, before he was taken over by the creature known as It and all that stuff. So it was actually a really good episode. Less gory than the other episodes. I was actually having a conversation
William Pennywise, that was his name.
Bill Penny.
Billy Pennywise.
But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I think the first couple episodes are pretty gory by your standards. I know you don't like those kinds of things. But I think if you gave it a chance, if you were into those kind of stuff, the later episodes really give you more story over gore and more shock factor. So it's shaping up to be pretty good. I'm enjoying it and I like it. So I've been doing that. And then as far as TV shows go, I'll save this next one for last. We played Fortnite to all hours of the night, catching up on the Simpsons stuff. That was a fantastic season. I love the Simpsons. I love being in Springfield. It was so fun, and it was just fun to run around and be dumb and do all that stuff. And it was one of those things where when you and I I don't think we won a match once. Like, I think we just kept playing. Like, it was just fun.
I won twice solo.
Yeah, and it tends to be a little bit easier. But yeah, as a group, it was harder. And then I bought Battlefield 6, been playing that a lot. Very, very fun game. I'm not great at it. I don't think I have the reflexes anymore. I got to get better. Maybe even wear my glasses at this point.
Reflex.
Yeah, exactly. And then I watched the first 4 episodes, which are the only 4 episodes out of Stranger Things season 5. I'm all back in, man. And I know Rob gave us a lot of garbage about that before the season came out, that, you know, the second we started watching it, we'd be back in. After that first episode, I was back into that world. Like, I enjoy a lot of this show. There are things that I'm noticing more and getting a little frustrated with that we can talk about. But overall, I think it's been fun. I can't wait for the second part to be dropped on Christmas. I think it's another 4 episodes. And then we get to wait a week for the series finale, which is, I think, clocking in at almost 2 hours and 15 minutes, something around there. So that's going to be a nice little finale. But yeah, you caught up with that. How did you like it?
I will say that I am still of the same mindset and stance that I have been since every season that has come out. Kill Will, fuck him. He ruins everything.
I was wondering if you were going to still have that, because you told Rob and I this last night, and you had only gotten about halfway through episode 2. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, later on in the next 2 episodes, Will has a couple moments. I still think they're cheesy, but okay. And I thought maybe he'll change his stance on the whole Kill Will thing.
And the whole gay undertone.
What do you mean gay undertone? It's overtone under everything.
It's undertone everywhere. For him. It's overtone for Robin. But it's undertone. Over. It's undertone for him. The whole thing where, he happens to catch that, and they keep having discussions, and she's vaguely talking about things in your life, and you're like, she's trying to tell him it's okay to be gay. Come out and be gay.
Pretty much.
And they're just stretching it on. We knew he was gay since like the first or second season when they were playing Dungeons and Dragons on the floor in someone's basement. And then he just keeps looking over at Michael. And then you knew he was gay. Was it last season or third? It's so far. They're so far in between. I don't remember what's what anymore, where they're in the surf pizza van.
Yeah. And he's like,
and Michael's talking about, 11 and hanging out, going on a date and everything. And then he looks over and goes, like he's crying to himself in the window, and all I can picture is the sound from The Simpsons where they were doing. You remember when they were doing the behind the music thing for The Simpsons? That episode where they talked about the behind the things of Huckleberry Hound, and he's just sitting there and he goes,
"Everyone was gay."
No, he just goes, "No, that was."
That's right.
That was Snaggletooth, whatever the thing. No, when it's Huckleberry Hound, he just goes, "I was so gay. Like that. That's the sound clip I hear whenever they show Will and he's crying about his thing. Who is he gay for? I don't know who he's in love with other than Michael.
Just Mike. That's it.
Yeah. Come out, the guy that's dating the main character of the show.
Well, remember the last season when Mike looked over, sitting in the van, he goes, "Man, don't you just love vagina?" And then Will's like, I'm just kidding.
Like, I'm so gay, but I can't talk about. I mean, I get it. It's the 80s. People were way more repressed back then.
Sure.
But enough with the fucking undertone of this. The whole one. All right. Robin's, it is the 80s. So that was the style of radio that was happening, like the morning zoo, wacky jock kind of thing in there.
The squawk.
But Robin's over the top. Who gave her a fucking job? And how come her and what's his name are the only two people in that radio station? There's no management. There's no program directors. It's not even a sales director.
Here's the thing, because I think it's a pirate signal. The government's running the town right now. They've got everything blocked off. There's no FCC really. Like they did. You know, who else are they going to have do it? So
it's a 50,000 watt station. That means it travels several states and could be heard down to like the coasts in Mexico at night.
Who knows?
There's no one at that radio station.
It's just Robin.
No, and they're selling radio station merchandise now for it.
The squawk.
Like, the squawk. It's garbage. By radio standards, it's garbage logos and whatever they're putting out there. So the radio thing, the studio is correct. The carts and all the other stuff she's doing, all correct. She's over the top. Yes. The over the top gay for her and the undertones for him clashing together. It's just like, oh my God, where's what's his name? Why doesn't he take these people out? Just Vecna. Be done with this. Vecna. Get rid of all of that stuff. The Henry storyline is interesting.
Yeah.
That's different. So was Henry the guy in the facility with 11?
Mm-hmm.
So Henry was the guy that turned into Vecna, if I'm remembering right. Okay. I don't remember him looking like that, looking very nerdy, very
bookish.
Yeah.
I think it was Henry. Maybe it was a different version of him. Maybe this guy's just playing a version that we're seeing as the other guy that turned into Vecna. I don't know. Now that I think about it.
Hate Will. Whenever Will shows up, and now it's like, now you're a beacon. You're like a radio tower. It's like, really? That's what we're doing here. So he could. And here's the other thing. Stupid asshole. He goes like this. Something happens. He goes like this. Every time he softly touches his neck, like, I feel the tingles. I feel the tingles. Just saying, if you start getting your spidey sense going, go, guys, they're on their way, or like they're almost here. Say something. He never says anything. Goes into his fucking, whatever that thing's called.
Convulsions. Drops to the floor. Now he has telepathic powers where he can see through the eyes of all of these things. The Demogorgon.
Right. Stop doing this thing here. I felt a tingle. Say something. Half this shit could have been resolved if the kid died and we'd be done with it. Nobody would have cared. 2, we found out, when he was in California, he didn't feel a thing because he was away from the signal. And when he was in California, none of that shit was happening back in Indiana. Fucking stay in California or move out of the country. Again, problem solved. Of course, he comes back. I sense it again. And then there should be a bat that comes right to his forehead and takes him out, and problem solved by Hopper. That's what it should have been done. Gut him with a knife, something. Any of those things. Will is the biggest problem on this show. And now I don't want to spoil, where the 3rd episode went, but even that pissed me off. It's like, you couldn't figure that out at the beginning. You couldn't. That was not anything that they thought of. Well, you had interactions. You were doing this. Why don't you try doing something like that person's doing? Because that seems to be similar to what you're going through. No one thought of this. Everything else was kind of interesting. The guy peeing on the
wall,
organic wall. I thought when she kept saying,
I thought he was going to get attacked by something.
That would have been great if it just went right up in his dick.
Grab his dick.
Yeah, something like that. What was the thing? Thanos could have died if Ant-Man just crawled up into his dick and went and became large. Remember that theory?
Exploded his body, yeah.
So, no, they kept talking about, 11 kept talking about it because he peed on the wall. I thought it was going to be something like the acid from the urine cut through the living tissue.
She saw something like move to where now she
they
knows how to
kept
get
saying
through.
it over and over. I'm like, oh, they can't, fire doesn't open it. He's knifing and gunning. Her powers aren't doing it. But a powerful piss stream seems to be cutting through this thing. Everyone should just be pissing on the wall.
Like he drank too many monsters. His piss is bright yellow. It's cutting right through the wall.
Do you know how entertained I would be if they're just constantly, they bring in military troops because they figure it out that the guy peeing on the wall was doing, and they're constantly drinking Gatorade was the big drink at the time.
Yeah, they even showed it earlier.
Drink Gatorade, do all of that stuff. They're just, men are lined up like overhydrating, and then there's a line of everyone surrounding this big flesh wall
just
to pee.
Drinking Gatorade.
In some parts, when they did the far out look at it, it looked like, remember in Ghostbusters 2 when the ooze was surrounding the museum?
Yeah, it was just a big pink cube.
Yeah, that's what sort of this is looking like.
Not in my town.
Yeah, so if they just pissed to get through the wall, would have been fantastic.
Now, this is something I noticed that normally doesn't bother me, but I think as I've gotten older, I'm starting to recognize some of these tropes more. Have you noticed that the men and the male characters are often the comic foil or relegated to the background or shown as weaker than the female characters? Nancy was like, hey, I can shoot this shotgun. Let's go fucking do this. There was a moment where in episode, I believe
we're empowering women.
Well, it was episode 2 where, the Demogorgon comes to do that shit in the house. Dad immediately gets his fucking shit rocked, and Mom, half drunk with wine, somehow fights that thing off with a wine bottle.
Yeah, smashes it on the table like, let's go, bring it. And she's stabbing the thing. Yeah, I know.
I'm just sitting there going, this... Women I understand the power of women, and when your kid it's the same thing that happened in Fantastic Four, where it's like, oh, a mother's love will make you stronger than the fucking
a mother's love shit.
And I'm like,
defeated Galactus. No. I will say there are some moments. There are some moments that kind of smacks them back into place.
Back in the kitchen.
No, well, kind of. Well, one is when they're going to try to see the mother in the hospital, and the doctor's telling her that she doesn't even have a larynx that's working right now.
Right.
And she's like, no, we got to see it. And he goes, it's like, listen, she couldn't even do this if she wanted to, if with their larynx. Right. So, all right, sweetheart, why don't you just go back and we'll let you know? Like, that was
right. That was, yes, old fashioned doctor male fucking get back, go do your thing, little girl kind of thing. But that also pissed Nancy off to fucking circumvent it.
Right.
I feel like this is how this has gone, where like all the male characters are almost underpowered, and like 11's going to win the day at the end of the 4th episode. And I'm not going to spoil it. Where she discovers someone else, and they're going to save the day. Possible. And all the women are stronger. And look, Robin is out there, and she's gay and proud, and she's going to be doing this shit.
Well, she's
everybody
not out
else.
There.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, all the male characters are like, we need the women to fucking help us.
I know.
And I'm just like,
I'll say this, like the Henderson's brother, the one that looks like a burnout. Isn't that the?
I saw something today where he looks like I think it was Giddles either posted it, or I saw it somewhere else where it was he looks like an old Japanese detective. Just burnt out. Like he just looks all burnt out, like he should be smoking like 6 packs of cigarettes a day and trying to solve like
he looks like Constantine in the comics.
Right.
Yeah.
Burnt out.
Yeah. So anyway, that guy he's a waste.
He's such a waste.
Henderson is trying to be this tough guy thing, but gets his ass kicked, so it stays kind of realistic.
Oh no! Right? I'm thinking of the older brother, Will's older brother, that looks like an old burnt out Japanese guy. Henderson, yes. Dustin.
Dustin.
You kept calling him Henderson because that's what Steve does, but I always think of him as Dustin.
Dustin. All right. So Dustin's now got like a chip on his shoulder with that, and then trying to do all of this stuff, and then gets his ass kicked for it. But he's taking some chances. Like the thing with the snake was pretty interesting.
You're pushing too much, man.
That it's a little overdrive for that. The black kid's fine.
Black kid aged 30 years. Like that guy looks like he's playing linebacker for the New York Giants.
He was at this point, he's starring in Hoop Dreams in that time period.
Like there's a part where Dustin's kind of getting bullied up against the locker in the first episode. And then you hear, hey, leave him alone. And
he comes
black dude shows up. And you're like,
and he's supposed to be this big presence. Like, oh my God, the big, tough black guy. And he's rail thin.
Yeah. It was so
the white football players are bigger than that guy. And I'm like,
hey, back off. He's my friend. They both
should have had their asses kicked for
Big
it.
Time.
The men aren't too bad. Like they're bickering over Nancy. I mean, it is what it is. So they're not coming off. Will is the one who's the worst. The Will comes off like
every time, man.
You want to. There's so many slurs I want to call that guy, and I'm not that kind of person. But I'm like that. I don't know how else to describe the guy as other than that. He's ruined everything. He's always the problem. I know I'm getting back on that rant again. I'll stop. But Will is whatever. Hooper is overpowered in a bit, but he's from that Vietnam shell shock.
No, they're playing into his strengths. I mean, when he murked a few people, I didn't think that was going to happen. And he's just like pop, and I'm like, oh, he's not even fucking caring anymore. No, it's not like let's just knock these guys out. He's like, let's fucking kill everybody. I'm gonna
even 11 was doing that too. She looked at the guy, and goes, sorry, and then just walked away. No big deal. The house scene with the fat kid's family was hilarious.
Yeah, I was not into that little fat kid at first, but then he kind of grew on me, and I was like, God damn it, I kind of like this little.
But the way guy. when they're cutting through and setting up the house,
like very Home Alone.
I was into that. That was good. Then I started to realize I could fast forward through some parts. So sometimes
there are some moments
when there's driving, and you're like, all right, I don't care about the driving. It's skipping those things. Linda Hamilton looks like a Brillo pad.
Oh my God. She's got a wig on for one, and that wig is horrifying.
No, but unless that's makeup, her whole face is a wrinkle.
Super old.
Yeah. So
sad, super old.
So there's that. And this might be a minor spoiler. So if you don't want to earmuffs. We were talking about the women. It's like, the women are strong and powerful and everything. I gotta say, I did laugh when it's not Vishnu, that's the Indian god. What's his name? Vecna. Yeah, Vishnu shows up with the 8 arms and please don't offer.
Lord Ganesh came in and
with Vecna there, where he finally comes through and he's just like
looks like Groot.
Yeah, he comes in and has his what was Thanos' right-hand man, the guy that held the magic that they called him Squidward. We'll just call him Squidward, right? So Squidward in the Marvel movies, because when he comes down and he's just using all the magic, doing all the shit, defeating everything. The mother moment with Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
You will not, blah, blah, blah. And you think this is going to be a big thing? And he goes like this. She goes flying off and lands into something. And I went, thank God, because if all this is going on and then the power of being a mom was enough to not to feed him at this point, because we still got 2 more days of releases that are coming out before the year's over. Thank you, Brody. Ebony Maw.
Yeah, I kept running through the thing. I was like, call Obsidian. No, that's the big guy. I was like, who's the other guy? Corvus Glaive. That was the other one. And it's like, shit, who the fuck? I can't. Yeah.
If the mother's love was powerful enough to cause a dent in him that weakened him over time to lead to the finale, I was going to be super pissed. But the fact that she was on the pay no mind, she got a smack, went flying across the military zone into something like that. I'm like, thank you. At least we're staying on script here for some of this stuff. Yeah. Somewhat enjoyable.
I liked it.
The thing with Max, I don't want to get into that, but the thing with Max.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Very interesting.
Very, very.
I'd like to see where that all goes. Yeah, without spoiling anything else.
I like it. It's good. It's really good. And the episodes are like an hour, maybe even over an hour long, and they go by pretty quick. You don't feel like it's dragging. Like you said, there are some parts where you can kind of maybe skip ahead, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Now, I know that we're still got many episodes left. There are characters that I'm wondering where the hell they went.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the pizza guy go? If they locked down the town, that guy, where did he
like
go?
the season where they were in the mall. Seeing all those 80s stores. When I saw the ground round in the background, I'm like, there's a fucking ground round back there. I was locked in on that mall.
Yeah, I missed that. And then the little girlfriend of Dustin, the one they were singing the Never Ending Story song. Like, where the fuck did she go?
I hope she's gone.
So
she was
maybe
annoying.
she's gone. Who knows?
The second set of episodes for Stranger Things comes out on Christmas Day, and then the third set and the finale comes out on December 31st. So you'll have.
It's not even a third set. We get the episodes that are coming out on Christmas, and then the one finale episode. Like, there's no more. There's
whatever. You have two more days of stuff coming. So get on it if you haven't already.
Get on it.
All right. So I watched that. Oh, and then I watched Heels.
Oh, that wrestling show.
Was a Star show. Yeah, about wrestling. I wanted to watch that a long time ago, but I was not getting stars. So I found that they were on Netflix. I watched it, and it's only 2 seasons, and they leave it with a big twist, and it's never coming back. So
that's a bummer.
It is a bummer, but I did enjoy that show. If you're a wrestling fan, you will definitely enjoy that, especially all the cameos that showed up in there, which you could tell who was not contracted with the WWE at the time that made cameos in that show. So you're like, oh, this all makes sense. They're not doing that right now. And Fortnite, and I was going to start a game that I was really excited about. I got it on the Black Friday sale.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized I got the game and I was about to install it, and I'm thinking about it, and I go, wait a minute, this is work. It's another simulator game. And if I do that, all I'm doing is, it's like, I might as well just go work a job, doing this and then doing the simulator. And then I realized, I'm like, I fell in the trap of a grind game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know people who are playing, there's a game called Soul Mask, which is another thing where you build your own fort, you build all the stuff, you're hunting animals, you're getting herbs, you're scavenging for materials, you're building all this stuff, you're fighting other people and all these other things. Like, all that's going on. I hate grind games like that. And then I realized the simulator game is a supermarket simulator game. I'm like, that looks kind of fun. You build a supermarket, set everything up. And I'm watching the preview video for it, and I'm sitting there going, wait, am I working at a supermarket? Like, that's what this thing is. It's like,
but you're not getting paid.
I essentially paid for a job. And now I'm rethinking. I'm like, you can go back through Steam and say, I'm not interested in this game.
Right.
And they'll refund it for you. I might do that. I'm not 100% sure. But I have that. I have a whole bunch of other games that I have that I still got to play the Stanley Parable, which I've been looking forward to. And then I got Talos Principle 2 that I still got to get into. And so I'm thinking of doing this weird. I'm making this a weird tradition now. So when I played Talos Principle 1, all I listened to while playing that game were Gilbert Gottfried appearances on Howard Stern. And they were all like, most of them were with Artie, where they were doing the news and derailing the show. Some of the, not even just radio, some of the funniest content you'll ever hear in your life is when Gilbert and Artie just take a glimpse, take a little portion of a news story, and they can't let it go. And they constantly are aggravating Robin because she can't finish the news. And they're going off on super dark, twisted tangents that are so fucking hilarious. So I listened to all Gilbert Gottfried stuff on Howard. What I'm thinking of doing now for Talos Principle 2, and this is going to come to a shock to some people, especially if you were fans of Opie and Anthony or Howard or Talk Radio and those other things there. See, Kittles is saying Talos Principle 2 is great. I'm thinking for 2, I am going to go through the saga of Eric the Midget / Eric the Actor on the Howard Stern show. Now, I know very little about Eric on that show because we were on at the same time. Mm-hmm. So for all those years, I don't know the full lore or the whole thing about Eric. I know bits and pieces of it. So there's a show that's out there right now called Unboxing Eric. where they're doing a breakdown from the beginning of when Eric was discovered, started calling in the show. Apparently, Eric had a thing. He was calling in for American Idol updates or something. And then he started demanding things from Howard Show, and he wound up getting on TV shows because he was on Howard Show. He was on that show. With what's his name from not Bones. There was a Fox show. It was like a forensics show about alien stuff.
The X-Files?
No, but it was like in that vein.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting what it was. So he wound up getting on that show because the showrunners were fans of Howard and stuff. Like he was getting all these opportunities, and all he did was bitch and complain. And then Howard would have the people on from these shows, and they'd talk about how impossible it was to work with this guy, with this midget who can't get out of a wheelchair. So I think that's going to be my soundtrack for when I'm playing Talos Principle 2, is just figuring out the whole Eric the midget storyline from Howard. Weird, I know, but some people play music. I'm going to be streaming Eric the midget on Twitch while I'm playing this game, and it'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, and I think that's about it. All right, let's move on to what's out right now in theater, and we're catching up from last week too, because we weren't live last week. We gave you a bunch of stuff, but we were not live. In theaters currently, Zootopia 2. So if you got kids,
I've heard really good things about that one.
There's a kids movie out there. And FNAF.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 comes out.
All right. I'm not overly familiar. I haven't even watched the first movie.
Well, you can't find it because I thought, okay, I'll have my kid rewatch the first one before we go see the second one. And Peacock, NBC Universal, who owns the rights to this movie, is not streaming it on their platform. Even though it came out on their platform, they delisted it from their own platform, a property they actually own, and you can't get it unless you pay for it. And I'm like, I do pay for it by subscribing to your shitty fucking service.
That's ridiculous.
It doesn't make sense. So yeah, it is what it is.
I'm looking at the list here. Yeah, everywhere's a rental.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you either get to buy it or rent it.
All right. Well, then I'm not doing that. I have the games too. I bought a bundle of the games on Steam a while back for dirt cheap. I've never played them.
Yeah, my son loves them. Like he plays through it. He loves he loved the first movie. The second movie is terrible. Now, see, I looked at Netflix. I don't think it's on Netflix in the US.
So that's where the old VPN comes into play.
Yeah, maybe how I do it.
I'm looking up here. 5 Nights. Yeah, nothing comes up.
Yeah. For
the US version of that. I had to get a VPN in order to watch WWE War Games because I am not paying the fucking ESPN ridiculous price of $30 on top of paying for ESPN. You have to pay the $30 premium tier to watch a pay-per-view once a month on ESPN.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah. So if you have the VPN, you can just patch over to England or somewhere in Europe, and it's on their Netflix accounts because they stream everywhere else on Netflix. And in the United States, it's fractioned between multiple networks and all that shit. So get a VPN and you can go and watch Netflix outside of the United States. You get all the WWH stuff. WWE. I was saying that as this popped up in the chat there. Fuck Triple H. But yeah. I don't feel that way about Paul. He's always been very nice to me. I have nothing but nice things to say about Mr. Triple H there.
In case he's listening.
He's not listening. Oh yeah. So, but over on Netflix, if you're going to look for some stuff there, obviously we talked about Stranger Things. I think it's 4 episodes, right? That's out right now.
4 episodes.
So the first part of season 5 is out, available on Netflix. Caught Stealing, Bottoms, K-pop, Demon Hunters, Fireplace.
I put that in there for you.
Right. Well, there's also the Wednesday Fireplace.
I saw that as well.
And she liked the fact that Thing walks in, snaps his fingers, and the flame comes up, and it alternates between orange and purple flames. Nice. Smoke comes in, other shit's going on for an hour. So that's going to have to be on in the background. Above my fireplace is my television, so I'll have either the K-pop or the Wednesday Fireplace thing up there while the real fireplace is on below. Over on HBO Max, Spinal Tap 2. I will go over there to watch that. I was not going to rent it. I was not going to the theater, but I will watch it on there. I heard it's terrible. but I want to go check it out for
didn't like
myself. Shin Godzilla, they brought that over there?
The 4K version that they just remastered and put in the theaters just about a month ago. They put that over on HBO, so now I'm going to go rewatch Shin Godzilla.
Well, it's on my list of stuff to rewatch. I was going to rewatch Godzilla -1 again, Shin Godzilla, and then maybe some of the other older Godzillas.
All the Toho ones, yeah.
All right, good. Now a reason for me to go to HBO Max again. And then Flight Risk. I don't know what Flight Risk is.
The Josh Hartnett movie where he's like a hitman and has to go fight another hitman, and then it turns out the plane is full of other hitmen trying to kill each other. It's wild looking. I want to watch it.
Jake Hudson saying, what do you think about the trash can spot in the women's war games? You could telegraph it very easily. Like you see it's coming, and then the whole setup. It was an impressive move, but what they didn't do is, remember how we talked about, we can talk about this too real quick. I do that series when I watch old shows that are brought to streaming platforms that they shot in film in the 16:9 ratio, but on television at that time was a 3:4 ratio. They don't edit the shows for the 3:4 ratio. They just put it out for the film. So you get to see like crew members, microphones in the wrong spot, part of the set that doesn't continue past the doesn't stretch to the full POV for what you're watching. So I post those things online because it's interesting to see all that stuff. We just had an example of a different example of it with Mad Men, as they were putting out on, where were they putting that out?
HBO Max.
HBO Max. They did not put out the versions where they CGI out other crew members and things in the background. So when it went out there, people were capturing glimpses of like, there was one of the scenes where one of the guys is throwing up, and you see the guy behind him with the hose and the machine going like this. So it looks like he's throwing up and all that stuff. That's those things I love. The garbage can thing for the women's match in War Games would have been more impressive had they not shown her on top of the cage holding the garbage can, because the move is this. She takes the garbage can, she puts it over her, and then jumps off the top, like 25 feet off the cage, and lands on the person while in the garbage can, right? They just had to pan up or tighten up a little bit. The women were all standing there like this, waiting for her to get the can on her head. And you're like, come on. It's one thing to see it live, and they have to set it up that way. But for the television shots, they should know better, and they didn't. So that was my problem with that thing. All right, moving on. Over on Disney Plus or on Hulu, I have this marked down. Family Guy's Hallmark Channel's Lifetime Familiar Holiday Movie Special.
Sounds fantastic.
So that's over on the Hulu side of that. So it's a Christmas movie that they put out. The Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular.
I believe that's maybe the thing you were talking about with Trisha Yearwood or whatever. Yep. They filmed it and they put it out there. So that's out there if you guys missed that and you want to get into the old Wonderful World of Disney holiday stuff.
They go through Epcot. They go through Disney World. It's a lot of fun. The Roses. I don't know what that is.
That was the Benedict Cumberbatch remake of War of the Roses from the 80s.
Oh, well.
Didn't last long in the theater.
Yeah, obviously. And then a Very Jonas Christmas movie. Fantastic.
Right.
I never have a bad thing to say for them because they gave us permission to use their music as the intro of the show. So we are very much Jonas Brothers fans here. Over on Peacock, what is Sakura? It's
a movie that came out in 2023 in Hong Kong, but never released here. And it finally released, and it's starring Donnie Yen. It's the first film he's directed since 2004. And it's
Ralph Malph from Happy. Oh, that's Donnie Most. Sorry, go ahead.
But it's a really cool martial arts movie. It's a wuxia film, and it's just, I love Donnie Yen, and I've been waiting for this to finally get to the US, and I saw it on there. I was like, well, that's on my list. So I got to watch that, and then I got to watch that one that Brody recommended, that Korean movie. So I've got those. I got a few foreign films I got to check out. So.
Right. Wuxia films are nothing to fuck with.
I've heard.
Keep that in mind. For Apple TV, Pluribus Episode 6. To my mistake, I think I had said a couple weeks ago that it's also available on Amazon Prime. Episode 1's available with ad interruptions, but if you want the rest of the season, you have to subscribe to Apple TV through Amazon. So that ain't worth it either. I'll just never see this show or find other ways. video on demand services, Tron Ares. I saw, I got a notice from Fandango because Fandango bought Voodoo.
The wrestler?
Yes, fun.
Why is he emailing you?
Because they bought Voodoo from Walmart
Mm-hmm.
a few years back, so they have that whole thing. And I got to notice that they have a Tron 3-pack that's available, but it's like $40, and I don't want to spend the $40. I'll wait a while till that, because I think I have the first one. I don't know if I have the second one digitally, and the third one I'm not spending $40 on that. So
well, those two are available on Disney Plus. So I mean, go watch those on Disney Plus and whatever. I'm stupid and I buy everything physical, so I spent way more than $40 for that stuff.
And then our friend Chad Duke's movie Tapawingo, which if you didn't check out the last episode, go ahead. We had him and Dylan, the director, on the show. They were talking about the movie finally coming out on all the platforms that you can get it on. And then over in video games, we have stuff coming out. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond for the Switch.
And this one is so mixed right now because people are saying it looks like garbage, and then a lot of people are going, no, it looks good. You're just singling out certain things. It's taken forever for this to come out. I'm gonna buy it tomorrow. Like, it's just one of those things I have to have. I love Metroid, I love Zelda, anything Nintendo.
I love all that stuff. I have a Metroid over there somewhere. Nice. They had the big figure at the Toys R Us clearouts when the stores were going down. I think I got it for $6, and it's like this big.
That's awesome.
So, I haven't played Metroid since I think Super Nintendo.
Wow!
Even though
Super
I know
Metroid
we got one for the Wii. There was a Wii version of a Metroid game that came out or something.
Well, they had all the Metroid Prime games came out. They did one on the Switch a couple years back that my son like took a real shining to, and he's beaten this thing like 5 times. It's Metroid Dread.
It's the shinning. Do you want to get sued?
That's Willie's time. So he's played Metroid Dread a few times, and that's a good side scroller, like the old style instead of the first person. But yeah, they've done a few. I love them. I love Metroid.
I wish they did it on all platforms. Like there's so many Nintendo games that I just had to part ways with because I'm not buying the Switch 2, at least anytime soon with the price points that it's at. And so there's a lot of games I'm going to be losing touch with in franchises that I like. I just wish they were at a point where they realize you can share these games on other platforms and make a ton of money, but they won't do that anymore. At least Nintendo. Marvel's Cosmic Invasion on all systems. And then I think I heard of this one, Octopath Traveler 0.
Yeah, so they've made 2 of these games prior. It's Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2. And it's kind of like Final Fantasy type game, pixelated view. But the cool thing about this is that when you pick a character and like a class, you play the whole game as that person. And then you can go back and play the game again as a different person with a completely different branching storyline. So like you can play this game like 8-9 times and get completely different stories and different point of views for what's going on in the game. It's one of my favorite games. I have both of them. I actually bought it on the Switch when they first came out, and then Steam had a good sale and I bought it on the Steam Deck. So I double dipped on that one. Part 2, not part 2, but this new one looks interesting. I haven't heard a lot of reviews yet, but the franchise has been good. I know your friend Barrett Letty does a voice in this particular one. I'm very excited about that. So we
should ask Barrett to come back on.
That would be cool.
All right, let's have him talk about that. When did you get the game?
This game just came out, so I haven't gotten this game yet. I've played the other 2 though.
Okay,
so I know the franchise enough.
All right, I'll reach out to Barrett, see if he wants to come on. Yeah. All right, that's what's out right now. Next week on Netflix. Record of Ragnarok season 3. I don't know this show at all.
It's a Japanese anime style cartoon about gods fighting each other over the fate of the earth. And I was told about this. I hadn't watched it. I finally got into it, and I love this show. It's great. I haven't gotten through all of season 2 yet, but season 3 looks fucking wild. So I think you would like this one. It's very reminiscent of the style, like animation style of like the like Castlevania and stuff like that. But it's like just gods fighting each other, and it's rad. It's really cool.
Hey, radical is the thing that I say. I say radical.
I love that episode too.
And so we have that, and then on December 12th, Knives Out 3.
Yeah.
Is Daniel Craig in this?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Benoit Blanc.
Wake Up Dead Man.
I heard good reviews, but I don't think it's doing well in the theater. They released it in the theater like very limited run before it goes out on Netflix, and I don't know if it's doing very well. So we'll
okay. See. There was an animated. You're talking about animated stuff. There was an animated series on Netflix. What was it called? Oh, Haunted Hotel.
Oh, Has-Been Hotel?
No, Haunted Hotel. It's an animated show, and it's about like these kids and a family. It feels like Scooby-Doo, but the hotel is possessed by demons. I don't know if it's like a hotel in hell.
Yeah, it's also called Has-Been Hotel.
Oh, because it says right here, Haunted Hotel.
I don't know what you're doing, but
it's 10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You say tomato, I say it the right way. I'm looking for this Ragnarok thing. You said it was animated?
Oh, you know what? There is a different one. There's a Haunted Hotel and a Has-Been Hotel.
Thank you.
Well, we're both right in this sense. It's the listeners that are
wrong.
wrong.
In the chat saying Has-Been Hotel is major ass.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
You said the Ragnarok thing is animated?
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing Ragnarok here on Netflix and it doesn't
No,
look
you
like
got to use the whole title. There's another show called Ragnarok. You got to type it all out, man.
Why?
Record of Ragnarok.
Have you noticed certain things now are not showing up anymore? I'm having that problem on Twitter too. Like there's people I follow and I'll type their name because I don't remember like their handle and it's not showing. So I go to type it in. They don't show it up. So I have to do a search to see somebody else reply to them. And I go there. Oh, there's their account, but I follow them. So I don't know why they're not even showing up in my search. They follow me. I follow them. It doesn't make any sense. All right. I'm putting Ragnarok in my list here to watch.
Record of Ragnarok.
All right. You have some words for the people, I believe.
I do have some words for the people. We're going to play the sounder first or no?
No, after that comes after that.
Great. All right, cool. Well, if you're thinking about starting a podcast or looking to grow one that you've already have, you need a platform that's simple, reliable, and built for creators. Libsyn is the original home for podcasters. They offer rock-solid hosting, intuitive publishing tools, and IAB-certified analytics so you can finally stop guessing and start growing. Libsyn is an independent platform that puts creators first, understand your audience, and build your show with confidence. Sign up at Libsyn.com, choose the plan that fits your needs, and use promo code It's Eric Nagel, all one word, at checkout to get your first month free.
Great job!
Good job there, Jordan. Now, here's Jordan with the news.
That's right. It's me with the news. First off, Netflix. God, fucking Netflix. Netflix is no longer going to allow casting from phones to televisions in a weird, unceremonious way. Netflix ceased allowing users to cast programming from their phones to televisions, except in the cases of some older Chromecast devices. In an updated help page on Netflix's website, first reported by whatever site, they're saying that the streaming service no longer supports casting shows from a mobile device to most TVs and most TV streaming devices, and instead instructs people to use the app and the TV remote. A user on Reddit reported, and casting support was removed November 10th with zero warning. So they're basically saying you can't and cast it to something. Like, say if you're traveling, you want to cast it to a television and watch it.
Yeah, in the hotel.
Nope, can't do it. Nope.
Why do they keep whittling this down more and more to the point where people are just going to go, fuck you, I don't need this?
You're paying more, and then they're whittling things down, and now it's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Can't watch it outside of your house, or you have to let them know so that they can grant you. It's like, well, you have 2 weeks that you're allowed to do this. If you're right,
I'm all right. Whatever. Fuck off.
Yeah. In other Netflix news, Netflix has now emerged as the highest bidder for Warner Brothers Discovery. They just put in the highest bid for Warner Brothers.
I thought it was Paramount like last week.
Yeah, this was as of like 4 hours ago. So a source told Reuters on Thursday, upping the ante in a deal that would reshape the media industry. The streaming giant's proposed acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery Studios and streaming unit is expected to reduce streaming costs for consumers, which never fucking happens, by bundling Netflix and HBO Max. Earlier on Thursday, CNBC reported that Netflix has presented a proposal consisting of 85% cash for the assets it seeks to acquire. Netflix and Warner Brothers did not immediately respond. Warner Brothers is seeking another round of bids from suitors by the end of Thursday, according to the Wall Street Journal, after Paramount Skydance opened a new tab reportedly accusing Warner Brothers of running an unfair sale process that favors Netflix over other bidders. Warner Brothers Discovery reportedly received sweetened offers from potential bidders like Paramount, Comcast, and Netflix earlier this week, and then asked them to improve on initial bids submitted in late November. A new report has also added a level of uncertainty to James Gunn in the DCU's future amid the conversations. It's weird because like they just started all this with the DC. Superman did well. It's not terrible. Peacemaker, love it or hate it, still everyone watched it. But now, like if Paramount gets it, they may not keep him as like an actual leader in the business. And I'm just like, I hope that happens.
I had high hopes for DC when that thing was announced a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Then his arrogance and his fuck everybody kind of thing when he took over, really soured my whole view of this thing. And then when he was talking about Superman is going to be this, and then Peacemaker is that, and you're watching this shit and you go, this is not that great. And what he's prioritizing is this is what's important. And you sit there and you go,
right.
No, this isn't. And then he said, well, the other stuff is gone. We're not tying to the Snyderverse anymore. This is all going to be a new reboot and everything. And then you find out, no, there's a lot of shit from the Snyderverse that's still tied into this everything has just been terrible. I'm actually now kind of hoping that goes through and he's get blown out so that DC has to reboot yet again.
Well, and there's I'm
telling you, there's still a potential that Disney buys DC.
Or Sony.
Disney buys DC, uses it as a bargaining chip to Sony to get Spider-Man back, and then gives them DC or sells DC at a reduced price to get Spider-Man back so they have 100% control of the Marvel properties, and you can take DC and make your own stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that part of the problem with Netflix originally was that they just wanted to buy certain things from Warner Brothers and not all of it, which meant like the CNN type stuff. And they didn't want some of those assets. They just wanted some of this assets. Paramount came in and obviously they just Skydance and Paramount merged. It was a big old deal. A lot of money changed hands. They've got Trump kind of on their side because they know each other and all that stuff. So now they're threatening, saying, even if Netflix did this, it'll never pass. Like it'll never get through the vetting process. So I'm like sitting there going, oh, so you're going to, I didn't get I don't get to play the game. So I'm taking my ball and going home kind of situation and trying to exert influence there. And the other thing is that the uncertainty with, what's his face? James Gunn. You've got Zach Krieger, who just did the movie Weapons. Direct a DC movie, but hasn't talked to James Gunn about it. He went around James Gunn and started talking to Paramount, thinking Paramount's eventually going to take over.
Okay.
So people are already circumventing James Gunn in a way, thinking, well, he's not going to be in charge much longer. So why would I want to involve him, especially when he is so tight-fisted with how he's running things? Like you can't submit a movie without a full script or this or that. He's like trying to control too much, I think.
Do you think Kevin Feige is sitting there just kind of teeing quiet? No, that too, but it's kind of teeing quietly.
Yeah.
In private, sitting there looking at all this little chortles, little snorts of amusement while all this is happening.
Yeah. Because I mean, I guarantee you Spider-Man's going to come out and it's going to be fine. It's still Sony. It's still Marvel, but it's not part of the normal MCU. Once Doomsday comes out, I think that's going to reinvigorate and get everybody right back into wanting to care about Marvel again. We were okay with a lot. I liked Thunderbolts. I didn't think Fantastic Four was the worst. Like it was just fine.
Yeah, this is going to change. It was the way, again, the mother's love defeats Galactus was.
It was it was a palate cleanser.
Was an eye roll, but it was okay. The movie was fine.
So, I don't know. We'll see. A lot of stuff going on with Warner Brothers. They can't get their shit together, and that they're not even going to be a company much. And I don't know. I don't like the idea of Netflix having them because for me, as someone who collects physical media, Netflix is usually pretty tight-fisted when it comes to putting physical media out of their properties. Like
yeah, but look, the Warner Brother catalog supersedes.
Yeah, Netflix, but if you got that all streaming and you have one place to go for it, that's what they want.
I understand, but if again you have 100-something year catalog of Warner Brothers, and if a good portion of their money is still coming from physical media, they're going to have to keep going with that. It's not like individual Netflix originals that they're putting out on physical media. It doesn't normally sell well, but going back in time with Warner Brothers movies, it's like people still want to buy those classic films for their own library. So they can't just say, oh, no more physical media ever for all these old Warner Brothers movies. It's just not gonna fly with people.
Yeah. What I don't think is going to be true that got reported here was once they merge, it'll lower prices because then you don't have. No, it's not. They're going to buy this for a giant amount of money and say, well, now we got to recoup that. And now you have to come to us for it. We're raising the prices yet again.
And they merge Netflix and HBO Max together, and all the HBO stuff just goes right to Netflix.
Like, to be honest with you, I kind of want Paramount
like it was in 2009.
Right. No, I know. And they started getting some of those properties back. Like you can see a lot of the HBO shows back on Netflix. Part of me really kind of does want Paramount Skydance to get them, because then maybe they can just say, let's move all our shit over the HBO model and get rid of that fucking Paramount app that sucks. You've had this app out for years and it's still slow.
I mean, Paramount
lags and it's bad.
Paramount's been around forever too. They have a very extensive and impressive film history. Paired up with the Warner Brothers. I mean, they're two of the oldest studios in creation. Because if you could have The Godfather on HBO Max, you'd be watching that all the time because nobody's going to Paramount.
Oh, the app sucks. I tried going on there today just to see if there was anything new, and
it sucks.
You can't even scroll because it slowly goes to the next thing. This has been years. It's been doing this. Anyway,
there's a show on Paramount. We talked about it a long time ago. It's called The Offer, and it's a show about the making of The Godfather.
Yes.
About what they had to do in order to get the money, to get the mob to lay off of them in order to make the movie. And then trying to fucking reel in Francis Ford Coppola to get the movie done.
Right.
It's a great show. So if you ever, I don't know if you're on Paramount for some reason, but if it ever gets merged over to wherever else.
If you get lost and you're on Paramount.
Right.
Anyway, moving on. Men in Black is going to be getting a new film over at Sony. Sony's hoping to extend its franchise with a script worth remembering. Let's see. Chris Bremer's been hired to pen the screenplay for the new sci-fi series. The Hollywood Reporter reformed. New cast members. Right now, it's not showing anyone has signed on. They're being kind of tight-lipped about the plot. I know the first movie was a huge hit. The second one was okay. The third one did okay. And then they tried rebooting it with that Men in Black International, and that performed terribly. That was with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
I don't remember it. They must have
never saw it.
Ice on me because I don't recall ever seeing it.
Yep. So if they were smart, they would try to at least get Will Smith, probably not Tommy Lee Jones, but who knows? I don't know what they're planning on doing with that yet. So just came out today. So I'm sure we'll see a lot of news in the next coming weeks.
Okay.
Justin Lin, best known for directing Fast and the Furious movies, is actually going to be directing a Helldivers adaptation of the popular video game. Let's see, over at Sony Pictures, it's based on the game. Lin is not a gamer and has leaned into that as a strength when pitching his take on the material, said insiders. He claims he aims to find the humanity in the characters and weave timely themes into the story while building out a world and mythology. There are plenty of details waiting to be drawn in, something that is compelling the filmmaker. My personal opinion is fuck you, Justin Lin. fuck you. Have we learned nothing from Halo? Learn the source material, stick to the source material, and just make an updated version of fucking Starship Troopers. because that's what that game is Starship Troopers. If you go into this saying, I want to do it my way, it's going to suck, because Halo sucked. Halo, they're like, we don't need to adapt any of the canon. We don't need to adapt any of the storylines. And you know what? Master Chief needs to have his fucking helmet off every 3 seconds. That show sucks.
For the ladies.
Fuck the ladies. I don't care. I want to play Halo.
Well, that's what he did when he took that helmet off.
He did. There was a scene. That mentality of saying, I want to make it my own.
Why is it gotta be man? What about womantality? Fucking nailed it.
Nailed it. I hate that mentality of doing that. Like, don't sit there and think you're gonna be the end all be all. That you're gonna make shit and no one's gonna care. And it's not gonna be the same. We're going to see this movie because we want something to feel like the video game. For you to say, I want to inject humanity. No, fuck humanity. I want to serve the people. I want to protect democracy, and I want to go kill giant bugs. Make that movie. Again, Starship Troopers. You know, so
what if Helldivers is just like the stuff's going on in the background, but it's just all about the shower scenes?
You still get Dina Meyer in it.
You're getting that Starship Troopers fan fiction that you always wanted.
Right. That would be great.
87 out of the 90 minutes is just shower scenes of them.
Just shower scenes.
Each other. Yeah.
Fucking why Jake Busey's still here. He never left. So yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not a fan of you wanting to do your own take. Just make a fucking good movie. Scarlett Johansson, she's in the news a lot lately.
Hold on a second. Thinking about the video game thing, aren't they doing something else with Silent Hill?
Yeah, they're making another Silent Hill movie.
Yeah.
And the director of the first Silent Hill movie. So who knows?
I didn't really hate the first Silent Hill movie.
No, didn't hate it. They made another one with that Jon Snow guy.
Because the guy was very effeminate in the game anyway, so they just made it a woman.
No, he was a guy in the first movie.
Didn't they do?
No, wait, no, you're right. You're right. It was Raja Mitchell or something like that.
Yeah, they switched it to a girl because it was just like the guy in the game was kind of like he just for a horror game he was kind of a sissy.
Every time that music played and everything fucking switched, and that game was great.
Yeah, the siren goes off and and then the second movie they did was the one where they were at that carnival or something, right?
I never watched the second one. The second one had that guy who played Jon Snow. Oh, it was not good. From what I hear, I just never watched it.
Yeah, so there was a whole thing where they were running around like a theme park or something, and Triangle Head's just like slashing the carousel and tents. And all
right.
But then I was watching some people play. There's that Silent Hill F game,
new game, yeah,
which stars I guess it's an Asian girl that's the protagonist for that. And I don't really know what the story is. I haven't looked. I keep meaning to, but I haven't gone to look into all that stuff. What's the new Silent Hill movie based on?
I don't know if they're just adapting their own story, but it's the same director. So I've got, if you like the first one, it's going to be like the second. That guy, the director, directed a really good movie that I love. It's a French movie called Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Okay,
it's one of my favorites. Yeah, it's a French movie, but it's got the guy who is the chairman in the American version of Iron Chef.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays like an Indian that goes around fucking kicking ass. And it's such a good movie, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm so tired. Alva Lanker. We know him. He's been around forever. Silent Hill and Resident Evil 2, the two video games that actually gave me nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. There's some games that fucked me up. Oh, the ending of Dead Space.
Dead Space is good.
You remember the cinematic ending?
I don't.
You get into the ship to leave,
and
he's going through the dialogue. He's trying to program the log and everything, and then all of a sudden he turns around and there's somebody there that lunges at him, and that's just how the game ends.
Love it.
Yeah,
love that shit.
All right, moving on.
Love those. Scarlett Johansson is in. Well, actually, she's not in talks. She actually is signed on to do the Exorcist horror movie remake from Blumhouse Universal. Mike Flanagan, who did a lot of good Netflix shows, he's adapting a lot of other scripts. He is going to do a fresh and bold take on The Exorcist, which means it's going to suck. They're behind Blumhouse and Universal behind the latest attempt to revive the horror franchise, which follows the company's ill-fated effort to launch the franchise again back in 2023 with The Exorcist Believer, which was really bad. Flanagan wrote the script, and directing and producing the new feature is not a remake or a sequel, but it's going to be set in the Exorcist universe, which, why does everything have to be set in a universe? But whatever. You mean Earth? Whatever. Scarlett Johansson is also in final talks to join the Batman sequel that has been taking years to make. So 4 years after leaving the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Scarlett Johansson is headed to DC's Gotham City. Sources say that the actress is in final negotiations to join the Batman Part 2, Matt Reeves' sequel to the 2021 hit. If the deal comes together, it'd be a jolt for the project, which aims to go before cameras next year. She will first film The Exorcist, which we just talked about, to which she signed on last week before moving on to Batman. Which also means I think Zoe Kravitz is not returning as Catwoman. So they needed a female lead to join up. So I don't know who she'd play. I don't care. I just want this movie to be made. I want it.
I don't care that the movie's being made, but all right.
There's going to be new Paranormal Activity movie in the works with James Wan joining the franchise as a producer. James Wan.
James Gunn. Is James Wan the Mexican equivalent?
No, that's James 2.
Senior Spielbergo.
James Wan has been doing movies like The Conjuring and Insidious, and now he's going to be taking over the new Paranormal Activity franchise, which is weird because they also just put out a new video game, or going to put a video game out, and that's weird because no one's talked about Paranormal Activity in years. So that's interesting.
I think it peaked. I'm trying to think. I think it was the third one where they revealed the witches cult.
Before it got all really weird.
And like the spirit was invisible and all that.
Yeah.
Then after that, there was a fourth one. And I think the fifth one was like there was a vortex portal in the girl's bedroom. And it just became real. Like they ended on an interesting note with the witches coven and controlling the demon and everything in the third one. But then the fourth and the fifth one got ridiculously stupid.
Right.
Is there any more that you need to say about this?
Well, he came out and said, let's see, I've been a huge admirer of Paranormal Activity since the brilliant first movie with its creeping slow burn and subtle ability to make an unseen terrifying. I'm looking forward to expanding on its legacy and helping shape the next evolution of the scary found footage franchise. I'm kind of hoping that if he's going to he does like the Halloween bit where maybe the first movie is what he bases everything off of and continues in a different path. Kind of like how Halloween did in like I think 2016, 2018, where it's like it's a sequel to a movie, so you're ignoring all the other shit that came after and then kind of carve your own path. Maybe he does that. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping it's good. I love horror movies, so I'm gonna watch it. So we'll see what happens. But and then moving on, let's do the last story here. We'll do friend of the show, your best friend in the world, Bert Kreischer, has a Netflix series called Free Bert, and that's coming out in January. The scripted comedy series Free Bert will premiere on Netflix in January. The streamer releases 6 first-look images of the show, and in a sign of great restraint, only one features the comic shirtless. The 6-episode series created by Kreischer, Jared Paul, and Andy Mogul finds Kreischer playing a scripted version of himself. The logline reads, Bert Kreischer, shirtless comedian, party legend, perpetual wildcard, finds himself in uncharted territory when his daughters are accepted to the elite Beverly Hills private school. When his unbridled antics turn his family into outcasts, he decides to put on a shirt and stifle his true nature to better fit in. So yeah, Bert's getting a show on Netflix. 6 episodes.
He's got tons of stuff on Netflix. Like he's got his specials. He had that show where he was inviting them up to a cabin. Yeah. Remember he had his friends and they were all hanging out at the cabin, and there was something else he had on there too. I don't know. Bert just seems to keep falling into specials and shows and everything. And
Right.
God bless the man that he's able to do all of that stuff.
Right.
He's just never at a loss for something to do.
I know.
But he's earned it.
And then this happened what got reported about 2.5 hours ago. I saw this when we were doing the show, and I wanted to bring this. We haven't done a lot of the celebrity deaths lately, but this one I bummed out about it. we lost Kerry Hiroyuki Tagawa, better known as Shang Tsung of the Mortal Kombat series. He died today. So
I've seen him in other things.
Yeah, no, he's probably, I would say, best known for that. But yes, he's you need an Asian bad guy. If you're not getting James Hong, you're getting Kerry Tagawa. So that's a shame. I like him as an actor.
Well, if you need a new Asian bad guy, you get the guy who played Shang-Chi. Apparently, everyone hates that guy.
Yeah, he's complaining about Asian representation. I'm like,
yeah, he was complaining
you
about.
Realize K-pop Demon Hunter is the biggest movie in the world right now, right?
Yeah, he's talking
Which
about,
Asians are you talking about?
And then it's the biggest song in the world.
Sure.
He was
Eric's
complaining.
new obsession.
There was something a while ago. He was complaining. I think because he's up in Canada. I think right.
Yes.
He was complaining about bubble tea being cultural.
I remember we talked about that.
Oh, it's like, fuck off, you douchebag. And then he just doesn't shut up to the point that even Asian people were like, stop. You're not helping here. You sound like a wackadoo. And I think it's because of that stuff why they scrapped Shang-Chi 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Fellowship
I think they're going to do that eventually. I just think the director that did the first one went on. He's doing the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
so
they don't
if
need
they're going to do it, they're going to win
anymore. There's no need for him.
Well, he's going to be in Doomsday. Maybe he'll die.
Have him show up in somewhere in the set, like they did with Ready Player One when they had too many franchises to include. So like, oh, Voltron's in the back. Oh, there's Pee-wee's bicycle. Just something like that. Oh, Shang-Chi's over there sitting on the bench, and then gets wiped out by Doom.
You know what we didn't talk about, and I just want to touch on real quick. Did you end up watching the cinematic? Oh. It was their fault the whole time. Did you watch the cinematic of the ending of the Fortnite series before they went on to this new season?
I did, where Homer and Godzilla and King Kong. I meant to look up the two robots that were in there. Is one of them Voltron?
One of them was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dragon Zord, or the whatever they called it, the Power Zord. I don't know what it is. And then the other one is a Cuddle Team Leader. It's an actual in-game like version of that, right, that's made of like teddy bear parts.
Then the Power Rangers thing makes sense because when you saw the foot come down,
Megazord. Sorry,
I mean Power Rangers is just a Godzilla ripoff, right?
Voltron ripoff, maybe.
Why did I say Godzilla? I meant Voltron.
Because we love Godzilla.
What was the Japanese? Go Lion. So it's just a Go Lion ripoff. When you saw the foot come down, it's the yellow, the blue, all the colors and stuff like Voltron is. But I'm looking at the robot's foot, and it looked too rounded and like a face, and I'm like, what did they do to Voltron? I didn't think about Power. I never think about Power Rangers. I'm not.
They had the Power Rangers in like a couple months back as like downloadable content and stuff like that. So. I thought it was cool, like it, to be able to get all those.
Really did nothing,
together.
By the way.
Oh, he threw
a rock that did nothing.
No, he grabbed
a tentacle and he grabbed a tentacle and disappeared for a little bit.
He was standing there in his underwear. Good for him. I thought it was funny. It was a very Avengers Endgame moment where they're all standing there and the people were like showing up in the background. I was just like, this is neat to see all the properties come together in a way where like it made sense. It was fun, I liked it. So I didn't get to play it. I was off doing something else, and I was bummed out. I didn't get to see it live.
Well, we're gonna have to play it soon because I want to get that Marty McFly thing off the pass before. I gotta buy a new pass, right?
Marty, yes, yeah, because I only bought you the Simpson thing.
So it doesn't last per month. It lasts for
if you do the monthly $11, it carries over. What I got you was just the Simpsons one, just so you can get the extra shit. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to have to figure that out. And I'm pissed because originally I was made to understand that because I downgraded my Xbox Ultimate Pass to the PC Pass. And I was told that the Fortnite stuff is still included with the PC Pass. And lo and behold, it is not. Yeah, and it's not worth me bumping up the Ultimate Pass to get Fortnite because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be playing it. I was not going to continue playing it now, but then they put in the Back to the Future
stuff came in there. And I wanted to get that. So,
yeah.
Oh, first world problems.
Oh, well. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's get out of here. It's almost midnight here in Arizona.
It's been a time. All right, Jordan, we have to get out of here. It's time for the promos, the plugs, whatever you want to call them. The nation doesn't give a shit, but tell them anyway.
If you want to catch me on Instagram, YouTube at Jinx Ronan, Twitch at Jinx Ronan79. I'm going to start streaming some stuff. I want to find a way to hook up my Switch to the Twitch stuff so we can stream like Metroid and things like that. So I'll get on that and help you guys out there. Maybe we do a Lego stream. You guys hang out with me. If you have Amazon Prime and you want to use your Prime subscription to subscribe to our channel, it's Eric Nagel over on Twitch. Use your free month. Come over, subscribe, costs you nothing extra, helps out the show, and we'd appreciate it.
All right. And then why is this not switching over? There we go. Excuse me. People love eating and drinking, and especially coughing into the microphone. People love all of that stuff there. Why is my thing not coming up? Oh, because I hit hide. That's why. Nope, that didn't do it either. Where's my thing?
I don't know what you're doing.
Everything's flick. There we go. Whatever.
Stop touching it.
It's a fuss.
You'll go blind.
Fidgeting with the buttons. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, put us at number 1 on your preset positions if you can on your radio dial. If you're on Amazon or not Amazon, Apple, Spotify, any of those places that you listen to, or that Indian platform that apparently I keep getting notifications that we're on. I don't know how we're doing over there. And by India, I mean India country proper.
Dot, not feather.
Yeah. There's something that I knew somebody's dad used to say, and I'm not going to say that now because that is problematic. I'll tell you off air. Well, yeah, go over there, leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. If you want to join us live each and every week as we do the program, go subscribe to our YouTube or our Twitch channel or both. What do you got to lose? At It's Eric Nagel, all under that handle there. And if you can't do any of that stuff and you can only watch this whenever you get around to it, we understand. The YouTube channel is the place to be. You get episodes, you get best of clips, you've got specials and back catalogs coming soon with the new membership stuff. So go over there and subscribe, and we'll let everybody know when the memberships are up and running. So if you feel like wanting to help out the show this way, because who knows how long that little symbol is going to be lasting there on the bottom of the screen, every little bit helps. It counts. I am stumbling to the finish line here. We are tired. It's been a long show. It's been late. Until the next time, Jordan.
Be excellent to each other.
We'll be seeing you.
It's Eric Nagel.
I dumped your ass.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.